Number 10. Louis Moinet Meteor's Watch. Price, $4.6 million. What if I told you there was a watch so rare that in order to make it, you had to go into space and get some moon rock? What if I told you there were 4 of these watches that, apart from the beautifully crafted architecture, each contain something so special that the average person will never get to encounter it in their lifetime? These 4 watches from the Meteorist collection by Louis Moinet. One contains moon rock, another rock from Mars, and the other 2, rare meteorites. Number 9. Hublot Big Bang. Price, $5 million. If the previous pieces stood out by the rarity of the components, this one focuses on only one material: diamonds, and a lot of them. But just how many diamonds can one manufacturer put on a wristwatch? Hublot answered that question with, as many as we can fit in there. They ended up with 1,280 diamonds that have at least 3 carats each. It took over 1 full year just to find the diamonds and bring them to the headquarters from all corners of the earth, but the end result was fully worth it. Every single stone was cut by a well-renowned jeweler from New York with over 40 years of experience, in order to make sure each bears the same signature cut. You're probably wondering who'd spend $5 million on a full diamond watch. Beyoncé Knowles bought it for her husband Jay-Z as a birthday gift for his 43rd anniversary. We've covered the story in our 15 Things You Didn't Know About Beyoncé video, which you can check out by clicking on the top right corner right now. Number 8. Vacheron Constantin 57260, the most complicated watch ever made. Price, $8 million. This time, Vacheron Constantin decided to make one of the most complicated watches in existence. The watch is fairly new compared to the rest of the ones on this list. A complication is the number of functions a watch can do, and this one has 2,800 components and 57 complications. It has a solid 18-karat white gold case and densely packed components inside. It took a team of 3 watchmakers more than 8 years to design and create the 2,800 component reference 57260 from scratch. They were considering setting the price somewhere between $5 to $10 million, and a private buyer picked it up for $8 million. Number 7. Patek Philippe Ref 1518 wristwatch. Price, $11,136,642. Mid-November 2016, at the Philips in association with Box & Russo Geneva Watch Auction for sale, an incredibly rare Patek Philippe wristwatch was auctioned off. It was sold for 11 million Swiss francs. That's around $11,136,642 US dollars. The reason why it fetched such a high amount is rather odd. It's the fact that it has stainless steel casing, a very rare thing since almost all luxury watches Patek made are with yellow or rose gold. While most other watches on this list get their value from the jewels added to the watch or are super complicated, this is a part of a very limited edition 4-piece series, the Originals. On the back of the watch underneath the serial, you can notice a number 1, which means it's the first one of the 4. Number 6. Jacob & Co. Billionaire Watch. Price, $18,268,000. This feels less like a watch and more like a crown. The Jacob & Co. Billionaire Watch is certainly one of the most luxurious watches in the world. It's like they looked at the $5 million Hublot we mentioned before and said, yeah, we can do better. Adorned with 260 carats worth of brilliant emerald-cut diamonds, it features a handcrafted movement comprising 167 components and 19 jewels. Just to put things into perspective, if you had the money to buy this particular watch, but instead you put it in a decent portfolio that pays 7% interest, you'd be earning $1.3 million every year just on the interest. The company wasn't playing around when they said this is a billionaire's watch. Number 5. Patek Philippe Henry Graves Pocket Watch. Price, $24 million. It used to be the most expensive pocket watch the world has ever seen. It was sold for $11 million back in 1999, but if we adjust for inflation, the economic environment, and its novelty factor, this piece could easily go for over $15 million if it was to be resold. They wanted to put that theory to the test. Last year it went on sale and it fetched a record-breaking $24 million. Made in 1933 for banker Henry Graves, and it took over 5 years to complete. It happens to be one of the most complicated and complex pocket watches in the world, with over 24 functions. Made out of 18-karat gold, the watch used to be the world's most expensive pocket watch until late 2013 when one piece dethroned it. It's the one on the top third spot. Number 4. Chopard 201-karat watch. Price $25 million. With 874 rare diamonds, the Chopard 201-karat watch used to be the world's most expensive watch and is still one of the highest-priced jewelry watches on the market. Sold in the year 2000 for this unbelievable amount of $25 million, it made the front page of every luxury publication at the time. Contrary to the $5 million Hublot we've talked about earlier, the stones don't form any sort of pattern or design, which leads us to the following question: why? It turns out this wasn't just a publicity stunt for the company, as they managed to sell it. We believe the moment this watch sold for that incredible amount, it opened up the door for a new breed of luxury watches. With all that considered, we still have to bow our heads to the masterpiece created and take a closer look to see the detail level of work put into the ultimate jewelry. It features a very small display and such a wide variety of diamonds that even at close inspection, it is very likely for you to miss some. If you click on the top right corner, you can see a list of all the rare diamonds used to build it. Number 3. Breguet Grand Complication Marie Antoinette. Price $30 million. This is currently the most expensive pocket watch in the world. So what makes this watch so costly? It was commissioned by an alleged lover of Marie Antoinette, the French queen. Work on the watch began in 1782 by Abraham Louis Breguet and was finished in 1827 by his son, 4 years after his death. The result, an amazing piece of design, class, and technology containing every function that was possible at the time. Encased in gold, displaying the intricate mechanism running it, Breguet used sapphire to lower the friction within the piece. Marie Antoinette did not get to see the watch, since it was completed 34 years after her execution, but we can be sure she would have been impressed. The watch was stolen in the late 1900s and retrieved only in 2007. Ever since, every top watch connoisseur wanted it. As of 2017, the watch is valued at least $30 million. Currently, the watch is secured at the LA Mayer Museum, so you can see it live if you're in the area. Number 2. Graf Diamonds, The Fascination. Price $40 million. Remember when we said that Chopard opened the door for a new type of watch? Well, this is it. Jewelry companies have the upper hand when it comes to simply adding as many valuable gems and stones to a watch as possible, and Graf is the biggest name of all when it comes to diamonds. The watch consists of 152.96 carats of white diamonds, with a center fancy cut, exquisitely rare stones that is a 38.13 carat D flawless pear-shaped diamond that detaches into a ring. According to Lawrence Graf, the founder and chairman of Graf Diamonds, the Fascination is an outstanding piece, carefully crafted so it can be worn a number of different ways, adding a touch of magic to the jewel. Number 1. Graf Hallucination. Price $55 million. This is it. The Graf Hallucination is the most expensive watch in the world. Where do we even begin? It was unveiled a couple of years ago at the Base World Watch and Jewelry Fair, the first time Graf took part in it. They sure knew how to make an entrance. From the start, the watch was supposed to be the most valuable timepiece ever created, and they did it. The incredible worth stems from 110 carats of really rare and really big colored diamonds, set into a bracelet of platinum. Just to make things easier, when diamonds are extracted and processed, their color ranges from D to Z. The colored diamonds used for this particular watch qualify as fancy, which means they go beyond the normal scale as incredibly rare and valuable. If you look really close at the bundle of gems, you can see a tiny quartz dial in the middle of it, framed by pink diamonds. Lawrence Graff's comments on the hallucination. The Graff hallucination is a sculptural masterpiece, a celebration of the miracle of colored diamonds. For many years, I have thought about creating a truly remarkable watch that illustrates all of our consuming passion for diamonds. The hallucination has made my diamond dream a reality. Just to put things into perspective, the most expensive watch costs as much as a Gulfstream private jet.